Hello everyone, and I thought that I would make a 4x4 tutorial in my last video about slice moves. So here it is. Today I will be teaching you how to solve the 4x4 Rubik's Cube in 3 steps. So the first thing you want to solve is the centers of the 4x4. First, we will start with the white center. First, you should find one white piece like this and another white piece like this in the center. And then you should join them, and that makes a bar. A bar is when two pieces are next to each other like this. Now you take the other two remaining white center pieces and solve them with that, and you should make the white center. This part is easy, so you should be able to do it. So now you make a yellow bar in the middle layer. So first find two yellow center pieces and pair them up like that. And now don't just insert it and wait. You should insert it and then do U2 and bring the white center back. Now you should find the other two remaining yellow center pieces. Sometimes you will find one and the other one is not there. Then it can be in the top layer. So you put it like that, and while putting it down, you should pair them up. So if I had the cube like this, I know when I put it down, the yellow sticker comes here. So it gets paired with this sticker. So I move it there, and now I do that. Now your white and yellow centers are complete. Now you start with the centers that are here, middle, the white and yellow center. So now you find two of the same color. So you can start with red, orange, green or blue. In here I will start with blue. So I'll take two blue pieces and connect them. And now these two I will pair them up, and now I have my yellow center. So here I got lucky and got two bars complete. So without just putting it like this, which breaks up the blue center, I should put both of them in the same part and move this bar down and move that bar away and bring that bar back. And now we have the next center. You can't have red or green or any other color in here after blue, because if you take a normal Rubik's Cube, when you put yellow on the right, it goes blue, orange, green, red. So you have to have your centers blue, orange, green, red. So now I have two bars made. So after orange should be green. So I can move it down like that. But sometimes you'll get something like this where there are three pieces connected. So now here you have to keep a center. Here bar and the single center should be here. And the other center that should pair up should be here. Then you should do this to make the centers. But sometimes you could get something like this, where you keep the single center here and the other pairing center there and do this. Now the color scheme is wrong. After orange should be green. So these two centers are switched. So for that, you move this bar to the top, move it to another place and bring it down. Now you move this bar to the top, move this to another place and bring it back down. Now you should have your centers. Now you can pair the edges. Pairing edges means you have to get these two pieces to the same color. So I have to get this piece here to make the green orange edge. So you can keep the white center on the bottom and the yellow center on top, and you should find any piece. So I'll pick blue and white and I'll move this into here. So one of them has to be on the top layer and the other has to be on the bottom layer. Now you can pair these up and you should replace this with another edge. And now you should restore the centers. Now you have the white blue edge complete. Now I'll pick this piece, yellow red, and here is the other yellow red piece. And this time when I insert it, it's not one on the top, one on the bottom. So when you get something like this, no matter if the two same ones are on the top or on the bottom, now you should move this edge here. So first keep these two edges that are the same color in the front, and then do a U prime, and then do what's called the flipping algorithm, which is R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R, and undo that U move. And now you have this edge complete. Now I'll pick this edge and the other edge is here, and I'll move them across and do it. And now I will pick this edge and it's on the bottom, so I'll move it to the bottom. So now it's one on the top, one on the bottom, and now I pair those two up, and now you can move it up and you can replace it with any unsolved edge. So you can replace it with this one or this one, but not this one because it's solved. So if you insert that, when you restore the centers, that edge will break. So what you should do is replace with unsolved edges and restore the centers. So that could be easy if you do it correctly. Now when you get to the last two edge pieces, you can pair them up like this, but if they are one on the top, one on the bottom, you can pair them up, but you just don't have anything to replace it with because all the other edges are solved. So when it's like this, if they are one on the top, one on the bottom, you should do the flipping algorithm with these two here. So do the flipping algorithm, and now they are next to each other. And from here you can do what you normally do, where you move this here and do the flipping algorithm and move it back. Now it's just like a 3 by 3 Rubik's Cube. But if you just solve it like a 3 by 3 Rubik's Cube, at some point after you get to the last layer, you can get an impossible case to solve. When you come to the last layer, there could be something like this, which never happens on a normal 3 by 3 Rubik's Cube. There is one yellow edge and no other yellow edges on top. So for this you have to do a special algorithm called the OLL parity algorithm. So it goes like this. You should keep any edge that is not yellow on the top in the front. And now you do this algorithm. R U2 X R U2 R U2 R prime U2 L U2 R prime U2 R U2 R prime U2 R prime. Now you should have a possible order case. And when you come to PLL, you can have something that's impossible to solve. And for this, you should do another special algorithm. For this, you should do PLL parity, which is 2R2 U2, 2R2 UI2, 2R2 UI2. Now we have a possible case. So if you do the beginner's method and you get a point where you have two corners solved, and that's also impossible to solve. For that you have to do another special algorithm, and that is the normal PL parity algorithm, but you have to restart solving the edges. So that would look like this. I have the cross on top, and here I solved all of the edges, and now none of the corners are in their right position. So I do the necklace algorithm which I had in my Rubik's Cube tutorial, and now this corner is solved and also this corner is solved. So that's impossible on a Rubik's Cube. So you hold it in any angle, and now you do 2R2 U2, 2R2 UI2, 2R2 UI2. Now it switches these two edges, and now when you do the normal things, now there's only one corner solved, and you can do the algorithms. And your cube will be solved. So that's it for this tutorial, and I'll also have any other tutorial, and please write them in the comments if you want any.